Hi, I'm Grant Abbott from SMSF Strategies, and today we're talking about family superannuation funds. What is a family superannuation fund? Well, it starts off as its embryo, a self-managed superannuation fund. But the beauty about self-managed superannuation funds, it allows 4 members of a family to really start to pool their retirement, incapacity and other benefits inside this vehicle to really last not only one generation, but multi-generations. I encourage everyone who sets up a family super fund from the embryo of a self-managed super fund to look well and truly beyond 1 to 2 to 3 generations. Consider how this vehicle can really look after not only the needs of all your family for retirement purposes, but what's going to happen to the benefits inside the fund in case you die. What's going to happen if someone becomes incapacitated, and it might just be simple as an accident. You know, how these funds can start to really look after the needs of your family. That's really what a family superannuation fund is. Now, how do I establish a family super fund? Well, it's easy. Move beyond the concept of thinking about a self-managed super fund. You need a basic trust deed, a really good trust deed like a SMSF Strategies Trust Deed. It has embedded in it a whole lot of family super fund strategies. What we do is we set that up and then start to consider which of our children should find their way into the fund. Now, I've always said previously that as soon as a child gets SGC, they should be inside the fund. Now, it doesn't matter. Unlike other deeds, the SMSF Strategies Deed ensures that if they are a trustee of the fund, they don't get the same voting power as you. Vote is based on account balance, so you can bring them in without fear or favour and knowing they're not going to outvote you or tooth you out at any point in time. As long as you've got the most money inside the fund, you're always going to be protected. This is important when you're having a look at family superannuation funds. So we can start to bring our kids in, and as I said before, usually it's been just SGC. But now I've found out there's some great products out there that allow you to put in life insurance and disability insurance for kids once they're over age 2. I've got a couple of boys who actually play rugby at the Southport School, or TSS, up here on Gold Coast, and that's a crazy game. A couple of weekends ago, one of my boys came home with a huge headache. He'd been smashed to the ground in a tackle by someone who's about 6 inches taller than him, probably weighing about 20 kilos more. But what would happen if something really went wrong with him? Beauty about it, in the family super fund, we can look after him straight away. So that's how to set up a self-managed super fund that is a family super fund. If we want to go beyond that, we've got more than 4 members in a family, it's not unbeknown to actually set up 2, 3, 4 self-managed super funds for one family. Particularly if you've got split families, or what we call blended families, families from different marriages. It really makes sense to actually start to split those children apart. Although they're all still part of the same family, look after their own family needs in different family superannuation funds. So what are the benefits of a family super fund? Well, as I said before, it's really being able to look after the members, all the members, both now and in the future, including your children, your grandchildren, by way of retirement benefits. It also is important when you start to pass down those benefits in the event of estate planning. But what happens in sickness, accident, if there's been a car accident or they become permanently disabled, you can start to use that super fund to look after those benefits, start to pay out benefits straight away to the kids. Can even go to the grandkids. All we have to do is get them into the fund at the time or after the time they have that accident. It's a great emphasis again on the family. Importantly, when we start to look at these family super funds, really make sure you get a SMSF Strategies insurance specialist, someone who's really strategic in this area, because the insurance, which can be paid out of the earnings of the fund, tax deductible, really has an important place to play inside these funds. Think about sickness and accident insurance, trauma insurance, TPD insurance, and of course you must have life insurance for everyone inside that family fund. Insurance has a great place to play. Final step, if we're setting up one of these family superannuation funds, is to ensure we have continuous documentation. You know, if someone dies, what are they going to put in place? Are they going to put in place an SMSF will? You know, how do they want those benefits to be spread amongst their families? Remember, your superannuation estate, your benefits, aren't passed out through your will. They must be looked after through your SMSF will inside your self-managed super fund that is now a family superannuation fund. So again, consider, how is it possible to build a family super fund from a self-managed super fund that you've got? How is it possible to bring your members of the family in? How is it possible to look after their needs amongst a whole range of things? Can you really achieve something better with your self-managed super fund? Can you turbocharge it? Can you make it a family super fund? It's Grant Abbott from SMSF Strategies signing off. If you'd like to send me an email, just jump on our website, contact me at any point in time, ask me how can I set up a family super fund. Thank you.